Okay, g'day there. Level 2 physics. We're going to have a talk about resistors, and in particular, resistors in series. Remember that when we say something's connected in series, it's connected together like trunk to tail in a row, kind of like how you might connect elephants. If you're going to tie the tail of one elephant onto the trunk of the next, that would be elephants in series. This is resistors in series. The things we're going to be interested in measuring about these resistors are voltage, current, and resistance. Let's look at the current first. I've drawn it in yellow arrows, and I've drawn I1 going into resistor 1, drawn I2 going into resistor 2, and I3 going into resistor 3. What we can see though is that there's no junctions in the circuit. There's nowhere for the current to turn off and go somewhere else. And so pretty quickly we can see that it must be true that I1 equals I2 equals I3, which is just equal to the total current going through those resistors. Current is constant in a series circuit. And we measure current going through the resistor. Draw it on as those little arrows, a solid arrow. The second thing we might want to talk about is voltage. And voltage we measure across a resistor. And we can see I've drawn little purple voltmeters on to the side of each of the resistors, and the one on R1 is called V1, the one on R2 is V2, and the one on R3 is V3. And I've drawn another voltmeter down the top, V total, that's across all three resistors. And what we can see if we make the measurement is that V1 plus V2 plus V3 adds up to the total voltage. Now we can drag this back down through Ohm's law down here. V equals IR. Rearrange that to R is V upon I. We can think about R total as V total upon I total. And V total is just V1 plus V2 plus V3. And so we can rewrite it like that. R total is V1 upon I plus V2 upon I plus V3 upon I. They're hard to make out, but those little things down the bottom are genuinely I's. V1 over I, V upon I is just R. So V1 upon I is just R1. And so we can use that now to make this equation for resistors in series. R total is just R1 plus R2 plus R3. To cut to the chase, you just add them together when they're connected in series. It's really, really simple. Other key points: the current goes through, and it must be the same in all of those resistors in series. We measure the voltage across, and the voltages add up to the total voltage. Easy.